Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Devlog 0 for Aethermon. It's a game that we've been working on for about a month now. We run a little creative jam in our Discord server, the Red Panda Sanctuary, where we challenge people to create something over the course of the month. This year's theme was elements, and after a little bit of thought, we decided to go with a creature catching game. We wanted each of the monsters in the game to be able to use powers from the 4 elements. So imagine Pokemon, but every single creature is like Eevee, with different forms based on different elements. Another thing we were absolutely set on from the start is having real-time creature battles. That way the players can help their mons in battle. We were envisaging big boss fights where the players fighting alongside 2 of their mons, and each creature would have a different role based on their typing and what kind of creature they actually were. We wanted the AI to work similarly to auto chess games, like TFT, where each monster would have a standard attack they perform that builds up to a bigger attack that can deal more damage or maybe has some other effect. Before I start talking about what we were actually able to get done in a month, I'll introduce our team. There's Alex. He's going to be in charge of programming 99% of the game and creating anything technical that goes on behind the scenes. There's Kim. She's basically creating anything that's animated in the game, so the characters and the actual monsters themselves. Her and Alex have also been working together to create some really cool looking UI for the menus. And lastly is me. I've been doing all of the background art and been generally responsible for building all of the environments in Aethermon. We wanted to go with this cutout style, similar to Cut of the Lamb for Aethermon, since we thought it'd be fun to make something 3D, but me and Kim are both primarily 2D artists. To get this cool cutout look, anything you'd expect to be upright on the ground actually sits at a 60-degree angle, and so does the camera. This means with a perspective camera, you get this nice depth of field effect. Originally, we used sprite renderers for all of our objects, but if you're going to try something like this for yourself, I wouldn't recommend it. We switched to using mesh renderers because if you use sprite renderers, if you put stuff too close together, you kind of get this popping effect sometimes when you move the camera. So in terms of actual gameplay, Alex got a bunch into the game. There's the character, who can run around and attack the creatures with his very green boomerang. Kim made 2 different attack animations, so you don't have to stop moving just to throw a boomerang. This should help keep combat more exciting and snappy. You also have a little starting monster, Barney, who can follow you around. Pressing Q lets you move him around with your mouse, and he'll even attack other monsters or target dummies if you hover over them. Since all of our assets are at a 60-degree angle, Alex had to build his own custom-made style algorithm that we can use for the game. This lets us do cool things, like making creatures prioritize walking on paths, or maybe we can have different creatures not walk on certain terrains in the future. If you press E, Barney will return to you and just follow you around the map as you do your thing. Eventually, we want to have 2 creatures that you can have out at the same time that you can cycle through and tell them to do different things, like attack or collect stuff for you. When it comes down to taming the creatures, we plan to have these little plants that grow fruit that you can pick to throw to the creatures to tame them. Sometimes it feels a little unfair that you have to beat the creature to within an inch of its life in Pokemon, just to catch them. Maybe there will be some creatures you have to fight first to catch, but we like the peaceful approach to catching for now. You can also feed the fruit to Barney or your other party members to heal them up. So far, when you start the game, we've got this quest system that will guide you to our fedora-wearing version of Professor Oak, who'll give you your first monster, Barney. It's really easy to set up quests, so we can create ones where the player just has to go to a certain place, or we can make quests where the player actually has to perform certain actions. Up in the top right, you get this helpful little box telling you what to do for the quest, using Kim's custom font, and also a guiding line to help you find the destination. Over the course of the month, we managed to set up most of the tutorial quests that show you the basics of how to play and ends with you leaving the starting village to begin your adventure. Obviously there's a lot more we want to do with this game, and I think the first month set us up really nicely to flesh out the game a lot more. There's still quite a lot I could talk about that we got done in the month, but I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions or things you'd like to see in the game, let us know down below. Thanks for watching.